Hi there, everybody. Hello and welcome. Today, we're seeing each other in a little bit of different way. I decided that enough of jumping, enough of walking in Indiana Jones. I'm enjoying the walking on my own. I'm clearing out the maps and so on. And yesterday, or actually to today at around 3 a.m., Lego just decided to drop the like almost all of the reveals for the sets that are up and coming in summer this year, summer and kind of beyond. We'll discuss this a little bit later. And I was sitting looking at them, and I decided I have a lot of thoughts. And I know that some of you guys enjoy hearing me yapping about Lego, the way we discussed for example, the Shire set. So today I'll be taking you guys on a little bit of journey as we will discuss basically everything that Lego has revealed for summer 2025, including some sets that weren't revealed today but like a few days ago. And we will start in a very second. Today will be, I want to say a little bit of shorter stream, but to be fair, this can turn out to be pretty long. Hold up, I need to check one thing. Alright, whatever. Now, today we will not discuss any pictures of potential leaks because I don't want to get my channel on a strike. Lego is recently very strict about it. And even if the picture came from, like, let's say a store had it, and some people, took a picture of a set that really was just put on shelves early, we will not be talking about those, simply because of the risk. So now, we'll start off with probably some of the least interesting sets. Either least interesting, or we will start with the ones that are revealed, were revealed a little bit earlier on than recently. We will be using the Polish page called Klocki News, simply because they were kind enough to put actually everything into one place, and we don't have to look around, we don't have to search the internet for all of the reveals. That being said, one of the very first things we have to discuss are the new botanicals. Which, well, okay, let me put it that way. Botanicals went a long way. I'm really glad that they are still making those. I'm really glad that we are getting as many as we are, and not just like, one bouquet, one something like Lego used to at the beginning when they were sort of, testing the waters. This one is kind of cool. Around 50 bucks for it though. The build looks kind of repetitive. The recent botanicals aren't necessarily like for me, but I can appreciate for what they are. And I think this will look very nice on someone's shelf. I'm way more interested, honestly, in this one, which looks just cute and silly. It's an original idea. I wasn't expecting them to actually, like, make something like this, especially that recently they were just making bouquets recently and stuff like that. And it's simple, it's cute. I honestly wish they would continue this in the future. Because right now we have only like two designs. One of my friends mentioned that they remind him of like Adventure Time, which I absolutely agree. They give off the vibe. And now, if you look, the function of swapping the plants, simple enough, works. So nothing else to be said here, really. 200 pieces around to 20 bucks. I think 10 bucks per a plant for Lego standards. That's like, just baseline. Today, whatever we're talking about the prices, except for maybe one case, which we will get into, we're talking like, Lego standards prices. So, as for Lego standard, I think the price is decent and I would think about buying it. They are small, but hey. Uh, there is also one more bouquet from Botanical, very yellow one. They are recently like committing to the theme. Um, at first, it was first bouquet that they did. It was just flowers. Now we are getting stuff like flowers, the bouquet of wildflowers. We're getting the roses, and they are like going for a theme with those. It's cool. The one where they're using how do you call it in English? I'm not sure. I'm forgetting. But this piece has been reused for a flower many times. It works. So I'm glad that they are using some other techniques. I believe these are the new pieces, like completely. I think they've been introduced for the first time in a Shire, but in yellow form. Here it's white. So yeah, overall pretty good. Also think this blue piece that you see here is the Lego Dreams piece. It's the blob piece. It was yeah, it's a petite sunny bouquet. It was this green little fella with face print on this, but here well, they recolored it, and I think it's one of the best usage of parts. It reminds me a little bit of when they first released the Orchid, and they used the Demogorgon's head to represent like the smaller flowers, and that's just good stuff. Mm, that would be all for the botanicals. Let's move on. Maybe not here. Um, we will go to Fortnite. We'll go to Fortnite because the Fortnite has been revealed a little bit time ago. So a little bit about me. I'm not a Fortnite player. I tried to play a little bit of the Lego Fortnite, and these sets are based off of Lego Fortnite. Now you may be asking yourself a very valid question: what's the difference between, well, Fortnite and Lego Fortnite? Is it just Fortnite with Lego minifigures? You see, there's one thing that Lego really wanted to push, and they found its way. If you look at this set and any other set that we will discuss today, you will see that there are no guns. And Lego is outside of Star Wars and Indiana Jones that they skimmed across very smoothly. They are very hard on no guns, and if they found an amazing deal with Fortnite, being the fact that, well, they did this game being Lego Fortnite, which is basically I can't call it a Minecraft copycat because it's not. I played it a little bit, and it has elements of many games. So that's that. I've it's you build certain work tables, benches. You build, you explore the world. You fight all sort of bosses. Um, so it's something completely different from like main game Fortnite and the like the base game Minecraft. Um, but at the same time, they used it to transfer the skins that are in the main game into well the Lego Fortnite. That's why we got a Peely here and so on. Now we are getting stats based on them. And to be honest, even as someone who doesn't like play Fortnite, when I see this, I just see a fun little playset. Fun little playset that offers kids a lot of play features. Uh, they can actually do things that are in games with fixing weapons or whatever. You have this wolf, which is a cool build, and a little bit of ancient structure or whatever. It's a cool build. That's all. This one, however, I believe it's also based off of Lego Fortnite, but it's sort of like the merge thing where their burger is actually a location in Fortnite, but it was translated into Lego Fortnite, and now we are getting this translation into the actual Lego set. And one thing that I have to say about Lego Fortnite sets, especially, is that I am really surprised by the molds that they are pulling off, the prints and the quality of this. Sure, the set is sort of empty. There is nothing much here, but if you just think about the fact that, well, it's not supposed to be a UCS dirt burger with all the details inside, but just a facade that kids can play on, and you have some really high quality minifigures, I think it does the job pretty well. There's one more thing that I didn't mention. You are getting the in-game skin with the purchase of the set, of the Lego Fortnite one. But yeah, the inside is quite empty, but it's also easy to build if you look at it here. This is like literally build, I believe, 5 of the same pillars, 2 of the same windows and 1 other, and then just put them on the plate. It can make for an easy and pretty fun play feature, as you can just easily destroy it and rebuild it. And it's something that Jack Bricks often mentions, that well, one thing is that yeah, it's Lego, you can rebuild it after destroying it, but the other thing are the play features, that you can actually dismantle it, feel like you are destroying it, but very easily put it together without going back into instructions. That's very important, and I remember even as a kid that I really cherished those play features. So I think that's great that they are introducing it here. This one is, I think, my personal favorite. Like the just the build. I know I would hate building it though, because we have the same legs basically, maybe with slight variations, unless there are hinges here. I think there are reverse hinges, but what you don't know, hi, hi there, Charlie. If you know one thing about me, is that I hate repetitive builds, and this little guy with the hinges, well, whether these are the same legs or not, I believe no. The two here are definitely the same. On the other side, he will have the mirror image, and then the back legs are different. But the figures here, though, especially this guy, they are good. I really like this guy. So yeah, and the last thing from Fortnite we're getting, this son of a bitch. This is huge. This is huge. So basically we're getting all the playsets, smaller playsets, and then we're getting this. which is 18 plus Mecha Team Leader. Uh, like, you know, just I think it's expensive as hell. I think it's around like wait, what is it? Around 250 bucks or 220 depends on how you look at it. 1000 Polish zloty. Uh, one minifigure, which is well, I understand the choice of the minifigure. I guess I would. There part of me would want more the figures in this set, but on the other hand, you know, well, oh yeah, I know, Jelly. I know damn well. But you know, speaking of just mechs that we got in like a recent past from Lego, I feel like this one is one of the better ones. When I'm looking at the articulation points, when I'm looking at the build, it's also even for me who doesn't like repetitive builds, they like you know each hand, each foot, each accessory is different. I don't think this would be a boring build, you know. But yeah. Brother in Christ. I will give you some tomorrow. I guess we can go off Ninjago. Look, I'm not a Ninjago collector. I always appreciate the molds they're pulling off for Ninjago. Oh, these are like not the best quality pictures. Now that I think about it, I wonder are they? No, these are the official pictures. This dragon though, this dragon. Look, even as someone who like didn't follow Ninjago ever since season 2, I appreciate a nice set every now and then, and this is definitely one of the nice sets. You know, when I look at it, I'm like, damn. It's rare that Lego does something so dynamic. The pose, the base, the how tall it is, you know, because this guy stands. I wonder, can we like, you know, put him down and make him, you know, crawl on all fours like an actual dragon, or are there some build techniques that forbid that? So, you know, he can stand like this, that they pulled it off, or how does it work? But and there's the pearl. They remade the set, I think, at least 2 times. It's cool, but not for me. So let's skip the Ninjago. We will not go here yet. We can technically talk about the arts. I really have to say that I'm enjoying what Lego did with the art thing. If you look at this, it's, you know, something I would never think that would come from Lego, but even as someone who didn't care for the original art of, Keith Haring, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, this is quite funky. This is fun, you know, and quite big. You can build it with friends if you have any, and they give you 2 options on stands. Hold up, can we? Yeah, we can. And they give you 2 options that you can hang them on the wall, or you know. Goofy said, yeah, I'm Mr. Code. For trivia, there is a man that plays. Yeah, it's impressive design because they made it really smooth somehow, and I really appreciate that they give you stands, and you can both put it like here. They're quite big actually, and hang them on the wall, so they have to have some holes in the back, you know. How it went, Abdel? How it went? I need to know. I've seen the original art, and I have to say it's really close. Wait. Keith Haring dancing figures. Like, come on. Yeah, let's open the graphic. Like, this is kind of crazy how they pulled this off, you know? Like, not gonna lie, this is, you know. Congratulations, Abdullah. I am proud of you. We are so proud of you. Good job. I hope it came, like, you know, it wasn't too challenging for you. Hold up. It was close. Well, you won. That's all that matters. So, you know, congratulations, man. Like, really. That's amazing. But yeah, this set really solid. Something that I would never say I would be interested in buying, but if it goes on sale, like, you know, I think I may actually think about it. There's also this tiger, which I have to say, if it's not for me, the colors are nice and it's very not flat, which would be very easy to do, you know. It has some depth to it, and also you can hang it or you can put it on stand, and all of those are detachable, so that's, you gotta give it to them, you know. I assume some hinges or just the stud work. I can see it honestly looks like stud work. It looks like it's just on studs. But yeah, that's talking about art. We'll go back to the bricklink designs in a second because we need to talk about those. Well, let's go back to talk about this one, which honestly I'm a little bit hyped about. That is the LEGO Sherlock Holmes Book Nook. LEGO is long overdue on Book Nooks. I will be the first to say it. I think they sort of missed the hype, where they were all the hype that was. But I'm glad that they are finally doing them. I think it's not that too late, and I think they will still find some of the sales. However, there are two things. First, the price. The price is atrocious. For this thing that you see here, they are asking $120, which is insane. It is absolutely big overprice. Now, you may be like, okay, $90 is a lot, but maybe there is something more to it. And yes, there is actually. So, you see this piece here? You can twist it, and these are open then. You see this? This is turntable. You can open it. You see this wall? There is actual detail inside, and yes, you can open it. It's on the hinge, and it has an inside. You have 5 minifigures. So they are sort of giving you those few things that are like, yeah, you have to, you know, adjust for the price. Sure, Abdullah, I'll see you around, man. But very well, I'll be awaiting. But even for Lego standards, I think this is overpriced. I think this is too much. Can we take a look at the official Lego site? I think they are showing off the functions there. Yeah, 540 PLN. This is just crazy. I'm glad they gave some detail to it, but you know, let's click show all. Okay, so yeah, here it opens. You see, here it is on the turntable. So again, some detail. Here you can see some stickers behind the back. I'm really pissed off that they gave Sherlock the most basic face. They gave Watson a new exclusive print, Moriarty. I think I'm saying his name right. If no, correct me. Um, Bro, don't go to war. New face print. I think the lady also got a new one. The child has the reused one, but it's just some random boy or a girl that with papers. But Sherlock, criminal. It folds nicely. You see, here is the door that lifts if you use this. It fits nicely between books, but look at the scale. Look at when the lady is holding it. It's just not big. This is just not big and it really hurts me. Oh yeah, here the door function. I'm a little bit curious to see the detail that is built over, because I see some bricks behind here, and there can't be too much detail simply because there is the hinge part, but still there is something. I can see like a desk or whatever. This I think is a print, thank God, but there are a lot of stickers in this set. But yeah, really cool set, atrocious price, like atrocious. Although one thing I have to say, I showed it to one of my friends, and she was like, and I asked her what does she think the price would be on that one, and she analyzing it, said something like 150 bucks. And she was serious. She wasn't like, oh, let's just throw the price anyway. No. She was like, we have 5 figures, we have this and that. Keep in mind, she's not like huge on Lego. She has few sets. This is just the pricing that Lego got us used to now, and it's kind of scary. Especially that I know that some people will buy it on the release date, But yeah, the Book Nook, that's it. Now, creator maybe in a second. We can talk very quickly about this one Wednesday set. I will talk about it only because this is not the only Wednesday set we are getting. Apparently, because this one is based off of the first series that was like what 3 years ago or something like that. We will get at least 2 more sets, or at least one based off of the second season that is coming this year, I believe, by the end of this year. But yeah, Wednesday is still huge. I'm honestly surprised by how big the TV series was, especially with kids, because it made quite an impact. And yeah, that's basically it. What's the price on that one? Yeah, about to be expected, 22 bucks. So yeah, nothing too outrageous, just one thing to mention. Speed Champions. Let's talk quickly about Speed Champions because I am not big on Speed Champions, and yeah. Speed Champions I don't hate, God forbid, I actually really like them, but they're expensive. There's a lot of parts put into a relatively small build. I have 2 or 3 Speed Champions. I have 2 built, one not built yet. I really appreciate all the parts, prints, and shit ton of stickers that they put in this, but especially the building techniques. A lot of times to pull off those shapes of specific cars, they are using some wild techniques, and this year will be no different. This Dodge is pretty cool, although I think it's the most basic. I think it has new tires though. I don't think I've seen them before. This duo pack, again, some crazy ways of getting this shape to be even. But really, overall, really cool. I just looking at the picture and the actual car. Oh, that's funny. They use twigs to do the lights. They usually print lights, but you see, there's so much shape needed to be molded that they are thinking about stuff like that. I think here, yeah, you see the sticker here on the very side. I think the top is printed. Yeah, the top is printed, but here to give more detail, they are placing a very small sticker. And yeah, this will be this is the typical thing for Speed Champions. Uh, but yeah, this one's cool. Again, very weird sticker placements. Bugatti. This one is actually like the only one that kind of interests me, and that's only because I have the two others, Speed Champions, based off of the um, Fast and Furious, even though I never watched Fast and Furious. I mean, not counting like the times it was just, you know, on TV, and I didn't really pay that much attention to it. But yeah, it's definitely something different, although I am seeing that basically everything maybe here. Yeah, you see this pattern, this picture on the side of a car, this is a sticker, this is a sticker, but this I believe is a print, and this I believe is a print, but these are stickers. So we have a situation where we have one picture and we have to align the stickers to the printed pieces to make the whole picture, and that would that will be a nightmare. But yeah, oh no, this one we talk about later. Technic. Is there something to talk about in Technic? Well, there is an upscaled version of the Fast and Furious set. So that's that. And wait, there was one. This monster. This is huge. This is huge, and I really want to see it how it works, because this one's crazy. I'm not big on, like, you know, Technic, but damn. Also, wait. I'm yeah. Oh yeah, I missed that part. So yeah. Outside of that, I won't talk more about Technic simply because unless I see something silly like this, these are not my sets. This is not something I would ever be like, oh yeah, I am going, I will buy, you know. Animal Crossing. I am very happy that this series lives on. I like, genuinely. I don't have any sets, but I think these are really, really solid. And I'm glad they are going strong. Now, I know the main complaint about the Animal Crossing sets is how plain they look. But then again, I am asking myself a question that if I were a guy who plays Animal Crossing, who is interested in the IP, would I actually want to pay the insane amount of money for like UCS museum, you know, with the whole, every wall, the rooftop and so on, or rather to have more minifigures, more details, and more, like, you know, modular things, like, you know, those trees, those fountains and so on, to place together and have the actual layout of the city, the village, or whatever you want to call it. So, you know, I really like the minifigures, and one thing I didn't realize at first when I was looking at the pictures, but I see now, and it's very interesting to me, is the snail. Not sure can you guys see this, but we have here a new snail mold, which usually Lego just used like the what was it, like a grape piece, and attached it to the, like, you know, the handle, and that way they got often the shape. But this time we are getting the actual snail piece, so that's great. I'm curious to see how they will potentially use it in other ways, you know, because knowing Lego, they will figure something out. Now, going off of that, wait, let me just. By the way, there is a little bit more detail inside. It looks like scarily empty on the outside, but if you look inside, there is actually more detail. So that's cool because that actually, like, you know, gives it some value, you know. But yeah, molds are great and cute and so on. This one is cool. This one is cool. Free minifigures, and you're able to switch the seasons. And again, okay, I didn't see that one. Uh, that's the first time we are getting a per piece. That's cool. It's like heavily inspired by the apple piece. I mean the mold, you know, of the apple piece. If you look at the way that the leaf is going and, you know, the rest of the fruit. However, I would bet my money on the fact that it will have the anti-stud on the bottom, which the apple doesn't have. Although I may be wrong. No, I'm not wrong. It has an anti-stud, so it's better than the apple. I like the snowman here though. I know I'm kind of jumping my thoughts here, but this is a cool set. This is a really cool set of two houses, and being able to switch around between the seasons. I can't complain anything more. And hell, even more, you can combine those two houses into one. Look at this. This is yeah, they are modular, customizable. This is amazing. This is a highlight of this year's Animal Crossing. How much? 330, so like 90 bucks. Yeah, 90 bucks. A little bit on the expensive side, but they are using the plates, like the big plates pieces, so it's kind of to be expected with the Animal Crossing. I would wait on sale, but this, if I were, if you know, I was deciding on, would I get myself the Animal Crossing set? That would be one of those. There's also this extremely cute. Oh, and here's the snail too. We get a better look at the snail. Look at this guy. I'm way more excited about the snail than I should be probably, but yeah, he looks cool. And it's long overdue. And a purr. Okay, so we got the one small set that has both purr and the snail piece. Amazing. Inside, empty. We have piano and a bed, but the guy needs to chill. So yeah, and again, it's customizable. They are again giving those modular pieces, like, you know, that you can reattach them however you want, and I think it works great. I know not a lot of people like this modular system. I mean, okay, not a lot. I know that there are people that are not a fan of this, but it's solid. The price is how? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up, hold up. What is this 15? But I thought it would be like 10. But I guess there is 150 pieces, and there is a mold, new exclusive mold for this fella. So I guess that makes sense. But I would wait for it to drop to like 10 or 12 tops. So yeah, okay. Animal Crossing, very solid, very extremely solid. Sonic, another series that is for some reason going very strong and makes me very happy, because I was afraid that children will not buy Sonic after the first line that dropped. But children are buying, and Lego is constantly making it, and so far I'm not hearing any like, you know, potential cancellation rumors, which is great. We got the Knuckles versus Eggman. So Lego basically took Sonic versus Eggman mech bot, whatever, and redo the set with Knuckles. I think it's the same Eggman that was in all of the other sets. Yeah, I don't think they changed a thing. I mean, it's for sure the same design they're going for, but I'm looking, did they, like, you know, switch up some buttons or other. I'm not sure that he had print on legs though. But okay, that's like, honestly, we can check it real quick. He had. Okay. So nothing changed. Very solid set, very cool. The price point, honestly, way better than I thought. 140 yuan, so it's around 30 bucks. It probably will go more on sale. This one's also cool. I think that Sonic really struck this thing with, okay, let's just do some funny builds, put our characters in it, and that's it. Like, let's not try to make some moments from the games, because sometimes they could be hard to pull off. But yeah, this is cool. This is cool, even as and no, not a big Sonic fan playing with the goddamn Emerald. Uh, just looking at those. By the way, don't get fooled. Unless Lego step up their game, this print on Sonic and on Tails will never be either this white or this tan. There is no way, unless it will be the case of the Miles Morales figure that I have and I talked about. Because well, on the Miles they fixed it. They did like a double print, and despite it being on a darker tone of head, it didn't lose the opacity. However, with those, and it's a turn-on problem like a Sonic. Okay, maybe figure. Not a product, but I mean, here is as good. This is the old picture. Like, let's here. You see what I'm talking about? This tan should be the same as this. It's not. It's not. Even if we go to here. It's better, but again, look at the eyes. They have problems with the printing on the surfaces that are other colors than the lighter ones. And it's external Lego problem here with the tails. Look at the tails. Look at the tails. We were talking about here. You see, this is white. This somewhere becomes almost invisible, Where Rogue the Bud? Give me Rogue. Listen, there is Rogue the Bud. Look, she is here. She is also quite expensive. I also think I say her wrong, right? Rogue. Yeah, she's in this Tails set. Sorry, Tails. Knuckles set. This one. I did too. I know you do. But yeah, she exists. I was honestly really surprised that Lego did her. The movies are still afraid of making her real in the movie form. But yeah, she exists. But yeah, that also brought up a good point that we didn't get any new minifigures. They are mostly reused. The Metal Sonic existed. Tails, yeah, all of them are reuses. This is the one thing that could imply the death of the theme, which I really don't wish for the Sonic. Because oftentimes when Lego knows that the license is ending, the last waves mostly reuse parts, reuse figures from the previous sets and just throw them into new locations to not waste money on it. I do not wish that because really Sonic is going strong and let it be like that. What next? What next? I guess let's go from one game to the other. Mario. We are committing to the Mario Kart theme this year, which is interesting. Still no minifigures, and I don't think we will ever get the minifigures. But Mario Kart is a cool concept. I think it worked well in this, bringing it to life with the Nintendo Switch, and now bringing it to life with Lego Mario. That's great, Abdel. Now we're yapping about Mario. and I think it looks good. I think it looks good. I'm surprised they still didn't change the base base like minifigures, the base figure of Mario, Luigi, and so on whatsoever. But yeah, this is kind of cool. I really like the overall builds that they did. And now this one, I think it's yeah. So this one is not for Mario Kart. This is just for Mario. I mean, you're using the same figure, you know, but uh, they sort of did half and half. So party at Toad's house is also just for the figures, not the Mario Kart. The same way that Captain Toad Camp is. But, for example, the Bowser Castle is already committing to the Mario Kart. So we are getting half and half sets like that. And that's cool. The highlight for me, at least, as a non-Mario player, is this one. Because I have to say that they did Wario exceptionally good. I think that Wario looks exactly like he should be. It's amazingly done, and it's just like... they couldn't do him any better, you know? So I think that really, really works. And again, if I were to be like, I want to buy some Lego Mario sets, I think this one would be the go-to, you know, set. But yeah. Well, okay, one more thing. The Bowser was exclusive to the Bowser Castle set from a few years ago, but last year they introduced him in a Bowser car, and now I believe it's basically the same figure with the same prints and this set, so he just became way more, like, you know, available, accessible. We will go to Disney. Just two sets to talk about, but pretty cool ones. How is she called? Okay, they translated to Polish. So, Angel. They called her Andzia in the Polish translation. I need someone who watched Lilo and Stitch, like the other movies except the first one, to fact check that one on me. But it's an obvious follow-up to very well selling Stitch. I'm honestly surprised that Lego is not doing more with a Stitch, because they did the Stitch playset like this. They did the Lilo house this year, and now they're doing this one. And you know, this is basically the only set outside of the house that we are getting for... what did you just say to me? Okay, this is the only set that we are getting while the movie is releasing, which is surprising to me because Lego is committing to some other IPs, like 101 Dalmatians, which I'll show you in just a second. But I guess Charlie really liked how she's winking at him. We are getting this Moana set, which, oh, I guess we are maybe not getting it. This one's very overpriced though. Like, oh yeah, so I guess they removed it and I can show it to you guys. Although now I can. If I get a strike, oh well. This one's really overpriced. This, what you're looking at, 100 bucks. 430 PLN. I understand Maui is a big figure. I really do. But come on. This is not a 430 bucks. This is not, like, let's just be real about that one. Even for Lego standards, there are certain lines that shouldn't be crossed, and this is one of them. This one's cool. Getting all the characters, what's her name, Bebop or whatever was her name, for the first time. Very nice hat and her mold, and her sheep is also here. Sorry for a little bit of lower quality picture, but Lego really skimps on official releases. Like, you know, they are official, but they are sending them out to retailers first. And they're sending them out in the lowest qualities possible, so we're basing it off of that, so you know. Cool set, 4+, so we know, and yeah, this is the 101 Dalmatians, and not the only one we got this year. Is it cool? Yes. Is it really good build? Yes. It goes well with the Simba that they released last year. It even goes well with the Tuxedo Cat because it's basically the same scale. Even more, you can switch his legs. Oh, also you can switch the colors and the colors. That's interesting. I'm not sure how the colors work, especially with the eye. I think at a certain point in the instruction you will just have to choose which one you build, because it's not a one piece to just remove. You have to build it over. But yeah, if you switch the legs from the back ones to the front ones, they're just on hinges. You are getting them in this position, which is again really cool and looks really good. But interesting way of using a slot, because remember the Lego, you know, I need a for personal use. Yeah, I know you all freaks would have him at all times in this position. Oh, I didn't see this one. So this is live reaction. I didn't see this one, and I didn't see this dragon mold here. What was the name of dragon? From Mulan. I need you all to remind me. But that's a cool mold because it doesn't look like, you know, I like to call it friendified, where, you know, for example, this tiger, you can see it probably will have like lashes over the eyes and so on. And the molds are more like cartoonish. But this guy looks normal. That's cool. But he's locked behind this 500 PLN set. That's 120 bucks for you. And yeah, speaking of which, we got also this one, 101 Dalmatians set, which again makes sense because when they released the Simba last year, they released the small one and the big one, and they are going the same way with the 101 Dalmatians way. But again, why they are using this slot? Because for those of you who don't know, Lego basically works the way that they are talking with the license holder, and they are setting the amount of slots and price points they could have, you know, and then they are being told, okay, you can make like 5 sets for 50 bucks, one set for 200 bucks, and so on and so on. And they have slots for each season, and well, that's that. So Abdullah, in terms of games, well, we're still playing Jump King and Indiana Jones. I'm clearing out Giza off stream because there is a lot of, like, you know, collectibles, and I want to max it out. I don't want to backtrack. In terms of the next game, well, definitely Lies of P DLC is coming sometime in June. In May we are having but at the end of the May we are having Elden Ring Night Rain, which again for sure will be. And honestly, I was thinking today that I would really like to not only do some challenge run, but also go back to Dark Souls 3, especially. I know the Dark Souls 1, you know, also important, but I played Dark Souls 1 2 times, Dark Souls 3 only once, and I would really like to replay it, and I think we could connect somehow, combine it. For more like economic rights. Oh, this one's coming. This one's coming. We better stay because there's one set that got me fuming here. But I need to, you know, collect myself before we go to this step, because right now we are just looking at a cool Lego Dalmatians, you know. Or just buy me Rain World, Mother in Christ. But yeah, I think will definitely go back to Elden Ring challenge. I have one in mind, Dark Souls 3 replay, and then Elden Ring Night Rain, Lies of P, still Indiana Jones, and still the oh my god, and Jump King, unfortunately. And a lot of you mentioned Cuphead, so Cuphead will probably be also here. Advent calendar, nothing much. Lego Princess and the friends of many years, they went with those mini dolls approach, with like building a scenes. So I think it's okay. I think it works. So yeah, nothing to say here. While we are on the advent calendar, there is a pretty good one from the Star Wars this year. Or we are not getting the picture. Can we? I think we have to go to the official LEGO site. Oh, this one's not even summer. This one's August. But yeah, one of the rare times we are getting something sequel trilogy related, because we are getting this scene where, you know, C-3PO eyes went red, and we are getting Babu Freak here. And no, not like a freak, but you know. Yeah. Exactly. Coconut speaking fact. But I think a lot of, like, you know, smaller things really cool. But this is not a winner of this year's advent calendar, even though it has Babu Freak and Java in the sweater. You will see the winner very soon. From Star Wars, outside of that, K2SO, I believe was his name. Yeah, K2SO. Cool, although his head is a little bit funky looking. I'm not sure about the head. And this one, weird, honestly. I mean, I like those some troopers. I'm not sure about this night trooper. There was a rumor it was supposed to be Captain Enoch. Maybe the budget didn't allow it. Justin Timberlake or Obama, yeah, one of those. So quick creator talk. This one's cool. We are getting Unicorn Castle with 3 unicorns. I'm glad they are not afraid anymore of putting more actual animals and actual figures into creator set, because for the longest time they were like, you know, in creator set you have to do everything with the pieces, and then we had some abominations. But getting actual 3 horses here, great. This one's cool. I don't think, sorry guys, I don't think there is much else to talk about. Someone call this number, please. I want to know whether someone will pick up. And the flip phone, like, I don't think a single child today knows what flip phone is, but you know, or those, even better. But yeah, basically evolution of a phone. Toucan is cute. Alternate builds are nothing to write home about, honestly. They are just to be there. But the Toucan himself, it's cute. I like Toucan. Castle. Yeah, this is what I was talking about with animals being brick built. They are still committing here, you know, Mr. Blondie on screen. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But the important part about this set is we're getting 2 brand new fractions. Horse Knight. We're getting Horse Knights and the Snake Knight. There's just one Snake Knight though, in this set over here, and he has an amazing shield, by the way. And I'm really glad to see the comeback of the what was there? The comeback of this piece. I can zoom in on this of her and the crown combo. But I really like this fraction. I'm not that fond of the set though. It's kind of empty on the inside, but it's creator, you know. It's creator. A lot of pieces went for those horses. It's more like a fortress. I kind of like the alternative builds a little bit more, but generally speaking, very solid. There is some dragon on the back, but yeah. I mean, this is literally what I'm doing. But yeah, this one though, this is basically a tribute to monster fighters, and I love it. If you don't know, like Haunted Mansion. Yeah. This is basically a tribute to this set. If you look at this and look at this, like the same colors, same pillars, There is a vampire lady. There is a vampire lady. There is Frankenstein monster. There is. There are skeletons and there is ghosts. By the way, brand new ghosts. Keep in mind, if you look at the ghosts here, they always had like this sad face, you know. This is for the first time ever we are getting like the more scary face, I guess, which is cool. I can't. Okay, they really don't want me to. Or maybe here, yeah. And I'm really glad it's still glow in the dark. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about, yeah. And the werewolf, a lot of minifigures. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minifigures in such a small set. And I'll look at the alternate builds. And also, these are also the nods to the older sets. Lego Monster, not Hunter, Fighters, Train. Yeah. There it is. You see? So basically this is a tribute to Monster Fighters, and I couldn't be happier. This one might be the actually a set that I will pick up, you know, from the creator, which is not very often happening. But yeah, very solid. And the one last, extremely goofy, beautiful horse. Bro, I'm sorry to break it to you, I don't think it's that beautiful. I don't know what pushed them to do this one that way, but man, like, I see the idea, okay? I see the idea, but the longer you look at it, the horse is here. The worst part is that the secondary builds are, like, I believe superior. I believe they are superior to the horse. Look at the bear. He's cute, he's funny, he's round. This, how do you call it? Antelope in English? I'm not sure how they call it in English. Also cute. But this horse? Bro, this is not beautiful. This is... Yeah. Monster Fighters we can skip. We will talk about those in a second. Harry Potter. Harry Potter, we have just few sets. We have this. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I used to be, like, when I was 10, but then the hype went away. However, I have to say that the molds that they are getting for those sets, they are great. Like the Mandragore or whatever they were called. Oh, we have official pictures of the Book Nook. So yeah, this is the other Book Nook. I didn't expect that we will get the official pictures today. That's good. This one writes through the books, you know. So the Sherlock Holmes one was one where you put it inside in between the books. This one goes through. So we don't have many more pictures. But yeah, looks a little bit empty, especially for the price. That's my main issue with those. It's 100. It's $90. It's $90, and when I look at this, I don't see $90 of a value. You know, the same way I was looking at the Sherlock Holmes one, and I was like, nah, this is not 120. We got the Quidditch shop. Again, pretty cool. This one, oh my god, so overpriced. So overpriced. This is 1000 PLN. This is 250 bucks. They just decided to cram every scene. You know how there were, like, you know, the sets with this dog and the trials and the mirror and the like, you know, the room of a Dumbledore and the separate staircase sets and the separate dormitory sets. Now, to this time, they just decided to cram it all in one and call it a day. So, you know, we got, instead of best of all worlds, we got the worst of all worlds. Because these are all very crammed, with little to no play features. And that's that. You see, this is just, it's so tiny and so cramped. I don't know, like, Also, I'm not sure these are official pictures, by the way. This may get me a strike. Because I remember this is the leaker watermark. but whatever. Worst case scenario, they take down the video. But yeah, the calendar is official. And I have to talk about the calendar because we were talking about the previous advent calendars. Usually advent calendars from Lego Harry Potter were like, okay, let's take few pieces of, like, you know, things you would find in Hogwarts, or let's split a certain scene in parts. Like, for example, there was this one year where we had a ball from like the fourth movie, and you had, like, you know, some chairs, some tables, some decorations, and you could attach them to the bigger sets if you wanted to. But this year they decided that they will go silly, and that they will give you like 5 minifigures, no, more minifigures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minifigures. So I guess that's pretty good value, and the rest will be just upscaled props. Upscaled props with funny eyes. So big jug of beer, big this thing that fixed the bones, big Aragog, big Patronus, few coins. It's just okay. I'm trying to think as a child, but I was a child that really liked, like, you know, having a building set and potentially extensions to it. So the previous calendars spoke to me way better than this one. But I guess there will be some children that will find those funny animals with big eyes cool. For what it's worth, there are like actual builds, and not like Marvel calendar had in one day just a piece of rubber cape for Doctor Strange, and they said, yeah, you know, this is your day. Although honestly, no, this year one day will be just 2 coins, so they are still committing certain crimes. But yeah, I think this is one of the weakest calendars that this year we're getting. And let's talk with that about the absolute winner. Okay, no. The second place first. Second place for the advent calendars. There it is. Lego City finally catching on, because look at those costumes. Look at this. Look at the reindeer costume. Look at the goddamn Christmas tree costume. The polar bear costume. Look at the dual molded legs on Santa. Look at 1, 2, 3. I will count the bird, even animals. Look at the alien. And look at all those small funny things that are like toys that Santa is giving. And also there is a Mrs. Claus. Sorry, I glanced over her. This is one of the better ones. Like genuinely, I think, you know, there was one year, and I sort of am sad that Lego never continued it, but I guess it just didn't work. There was one year where they tried to split one bigger building, one bigger build in a few days. So basically, you had a house or whatever, and one wall was in day 5. The other wall and windows were in day something, and then at the end of the, you know, all days, you were able to build yourself a bigger set. I feel like this was a really cool idea, but I think this didn't just sell. So if that didn't sell, I think this is a way to go. There's one complaint on my part, since I'm a grown-ass man complaining about children toys, that the snowman is absolutely lacking. They had so many snowmans. They even made an exclusive piece just for snowman that is like a ball with a hole for a nose, the carrot nose. They have it available, and even worse, they are putting this snowman on marketing a lot of times. Lego snowman. You see, this guy, he is in so many marketing parts. I swear to God, I think I even should. I think I have him somewhere in the stash. But yeah, if you have a figure like this with pieces like this, there is no excuse to do this. Just no excuse. But okay, let's move on to the winner, because there is only one winner of this year advent calendar. Because there is something like, you know, a soul for a soul, and this year's soul for a soul was actually that we are not getting a Lego Marvel calendar, but we are getting a Lego Minecraft calendar. And if you ask me, that's a soul well spent. Because, first of all, oh, no. Where is the full pic of all the... There it is. Look at this. I just need you to look at this. This is the absolute peak. First of all, enchantment table. I'm not sure you guys realize, because I didn't realize it for a long time too. Minecraft. No, miner. What? Minecraft Ice Spikes. This set from 2017 was the only set, and I mean it, the only set that had the enchantment table. Do you understand? Every set, almost every Minecraft set has some sort of ores, has some sort of crafting table, every other, like, you know, blocks like furnaces and shit. But one of the most important blocks being this enchantment table. It was in 2017, 8 years ago. 8 years ago, and thank God we are getting it now, because, you know, this one also almost started to become, you know, hard to, like, it already was hard to find. And the best part is no, it's a little bit different. It has more detail. Okay, this one was way simplified, but the print on the... No, this one's way more detailed. We have the jolly sheep. We have some lectern. Obviously a creeper. Cat. Look at the amount of mobs. Look at the villager Santa. Just look at him with the bucket of milk. And now, even better part, which I didn't expect at all, they added 3 micro worlds over here. Look at them. Where is Jack Black? Jack Black left the Minecraft world. I'm sorry. But look at this. They released the one set this year, which was a nod to the original Minecraft sets. So Minecraft Micro. No. So first Lego Minecraft sets ever was this. And this year Lego released this 21265. This crafting table, which I actually really like. I have to say that I really like it. The crafting table, which is in a microscale, as a nod to the original microscale sets. And honestly, I think everyone thought that this will be it. But no, in the advent calendar, they used it cleverly. And they included 3 small pieces. You know, my only complaint with those is that they didn't include any new mobs. Because these are just reused prints from this. This is just a Steve in different pants. Oh no, wait, a zombie? Hold up, no. This set didn't have a zombie? Okay, so okay, so no complaints there. I mean, okay, so that's great. That's great. No, I take back my complaint. Yeah, I think that's just a clear winner, because you have both pieces that you can attach to the micro world if you want, even with like a warden and iron golem, I would argue, even though they're not necessarily in scale, but whatever. You have pieces that you can connect to your own Minecraft builds. Even if you have one of the smallest sets, you can attach all of them. You have the most basic figures in the variants with the sweaters, you know, and one of the most amazing reprints that I think I've ever seen. Overall, top tier. I didn't buy a advent calendar from Lego in whew, 15 years, I think. But this one may get me. I have to say that this one may actually get me. I think it's amazing. Mm, but in terms of Minecraft, we are getting two more. This one, which is just cool. We had the diamond pickaxe that looks almost exactly the same. Uh, no, it was a sword. Oh wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. It was a sword, I think. Yeah, okay. I forgot. Sorry. So yeah, we had this set, and now they are going with the pickaxe, which is cool. Which is cool. They are doing the upscaled animals, so why not do the upscale, like, you know, builds that player would do anyway. Uh, it's a little bit flat on the back, but there is not really a way to do it with the anti-stats, so they are just using it to, like, you know, pretend it's a mine, you know. So I'll give them the pass on that one. I think it's trying to pretend it's the enchanted one, unless it's just not trying to pretend to be anything and it's just like, you know. I only now realize, wait, I think that's new. And I mean the chain part. At least I didn't see it. Such a small, it's just a one chain, really. I don't think I've seen it before. I think it works. I think it's cool. And this one. This one, I think this one's will be one of the best sellers, honestly. Because it's, again, long overdue. Like, long overdue. And one of the best Easter eggs inside of the head of the creeper, uh, because it's openable from the back. Here you can see it slightly. There is a compartment for the pig, because for those of you who don't know, although I think a lot of people do know about it, that the creeper model was, you know, modeled on the, basically they took the pig model and just fucking put it into the weird position. I think I don't remember what they exactly did with it, but it gave them depth, and then they just painted over it. So yeah, I think it's a really solid thing. There's one thing that will be terrifying. Look at, even on the product pictures, I want you to look at those small pieces. They are not aligned evenly. Look at those. Again, from the far, it won't bother you. But those one by ones have a very, like, you know, slight parts where you can't really put them extremely straight, you know. But yeah, extremely solid. This will living for last. Friends Advent Calendar, just good. We got a squishmallow of a reindeer and some animals. I won't talk much more about it because I think that I'm just not a person who would buy it. But I just think it's good. Okay, let's talk about two most important things. Because I'm leaving the rant for the last. First, Bricklink Designer Program. What you're looking at right now are the sets that qualified into Bricklink Designer Program about a year ago, or half a year ago, I don't remember exactly. And now Lego redesigned them slightly so they can be sold, and they will be sold. So basically, on the Bricklink next month, I think starting June 1st, you will be able to buy each of those sets that I will show you the final designs in just a second. And if these are basically crowdfundings that go every time, because the minimum of 3,000 sets needs to be sold, maximum of 30,000. The problem is that once they're gone, you know? So you either buy them now or on the aftermarket when they will ship actually, and they are planned to ship in December, I think, only. So, a little bit of fan fact, I have the set from the Bricklink designer. I showed you guys the Shroom House from the designer of this set. I have the Lego Bricklink designer Shroom House. Yeah. So I do own this set. I'm a proud owner. From Jonas Kram, and I loved it, and I was really happy that his next set also went into production, the Mushroom Village. And I honestly, just looking at those, I wasn't like, you know, too sold on any, but now let's get on to how they made them. Starting with the Transylvania, and honestly, the way they are showing it, I am interested. I think it looks good. I just can't lie. I think it just looks so good. Not sure, like, there are very few things they changed, but those few things are the details that helps. And look inside. This is one of those sets that Lego wouldn't do otherwise. Yet here we have it, and just looking at it, it has a lot of functions. Here, there's something hidden here. There is a lot of tile work here. There is some corridor over there. Here, there are hidden like skeletons and sewers under there. It's also a set that connects. You can take it and like close it up. I think the next picture shows it. Yeah. So then you have like a one big fortress, basically the castle, and it's just amazing. It looks, again, here some weird function that we are not sure what it is. I just feel like it's one of a kind set that I I didn't want, but now I kind of do. And look also at the minifigure lineup. They just straight up gave like 13 minifigures to the set. Which again, really cool. Really cool. The price point though. The price point was something that hurts. 350 bucks. This is a tough pill to swallow. This is an extremely tough pill to swallow. Even for someone who loves Lego, because keep in mind that if you want more than one of those sets, you have to buy them the same day. You can't just, like, you know, click add to cart and pay in advance a few months ago. No. If you want all of those sets, and there are more expensive one coming, you have to pay up. You have to pay up big time. So, yep. Another, which I didn't care like whatsoever. Let's go back to how it looked. Like, look at this. It looked like this, and now they made it look like this. It's way more clean and way more cozy, like way better. And I'm just a sucker for buildings, and this house looks really nice. It's an antique shop. Again, 150 bucks. Yikes. And a big yikes at that. It's very nice because, you know, it's not cut in half. It's an actual full house, all walls, everything, all the details inside with the antiques and the pictures with like 6 figures, okay, 5 figures and 1 baby. But man, it's, again, okay, so let's say I like this one, but I could skip on this one. This one I'm buying for sure. I already said it because I voted for it. I really want it, and I'm not skipping on it. I really want it. The price is actually surprisingly smaller than I thought it would be. I was hoping for it to be around 200. I was fully prepared for it to be 250. But yeah, it's 210. Keep in mind that the Shire had 270 price tag. 60 bucks more. So you know, but this one is just beautiful. You have mines, you have the wizard house, some function with the windmill, you have all of those, the other, like, you know, house, let's call it. You have the sign leading to the mushroom house that I have. Everything opens up. You can take a look in here into the place. It's just a beautiful set, and look at the figures. This one's getting corrupt for sure. Um, so yeah, this one I had no interest whatsoever, but it looks just so cool. Uh, it's a miniature for 55 bucks. I really like how they did a tile work here. It's built on snot on the stud node on top, so that's great. And it looks good. The inside is fully detailed. That again with all the gold highlights. 3 minifigures, but what else do you need in such a small set? Really good. But this, man, this one kills me. This one kills me because I had no interest like whatsoever when I saw it at the original pictures. Let's just go back for a second how it looked. It just looked like, yeah, okay, something. But Lego cooked up and I hate them for cooking. Because they did this set good. This just looks good. These are like two separate islands connected just by this bridge. And the amount of detail on this, the amount of detail, the amount of figures, the amount of build that there is here. Look at all of this gold here, for example. Just absolutely crazy. It brings me back to the Pirates of the Caribbean time where I really was into it, and man, but and look at it again. The minifigure lineup's crazy. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 again. But 330 bucks. You know, if it was the case that those sets would be just available overall and at all times, I would probably buy all of them at a certain point. But right now, I am sure only about this one because the pre-orders come next month, so I know I will have some, you know, money put down to actually buy it. But for the rest, like the biggest temptation is the Transylvania adventure, but I'm not sure can I, like, you know, say with open mind that yeah, this is worth this price, you know. But yeah, um, so I clicked the wrong part. However, now ending this one, we have one more thing to say. Two more. Sorry, two more. Two more. Marvel ones. I'm not sure I can show this one. I mean, I already kind of showed it, but yeah. First, previously mentioned by me while we were building Spider-Man Miles Morales set, Peter Parker apartment. Really cool. 400 pieces, 4 minifigures, really solid minifigures at that. Green Goblin here, sorry, Hobgoblin here, Anti-Venom, which thank God not in the mech again. Mary Jane Slide and the reused face. I think the torso isn't also, although maybe it's a new. I think Spidey has a new head, and I don't mean this one. I mean, oh, that's a cool function. I mean the one that's here, although I may be wrong. Although it looks new. It looks, the eyes look new. Let's say, what's the most recent Spider-Man set? Okay, let's just go into the Lego store. Okay, no, so yeah, I was wrong. So this is he just Although no, he just looks like this right now. And yeah, you don't have to buy this stuff to get anti-venom now, which is cool. Which is cool. Hobgoblin looks great. And now there's an interesting thing about this set because it was rumored to fit over the on top of the Miles Morales set, and stud-wise it will. However, it wouldn't make much sense with the doors being here. So I guess you could switch around the top, which seems to be on just single studs. With that being said, this set is way more meant to go next to, simply if you look at those attachment points here with the holes, this set is far more meant to be attached to other set that's releasing this year. I will show you in a second. However, the price, 400 pieces, 50 bucks. Wait for sale. Wait for at least 40 bucks. This is not 50 bucks worth of money. Don't buy it for the full price. This is 4+ set. This is almost 50 bucks to this, like 40 bucks. So okay, if you are choosing between this one and that one, okay, buy that one. Pretty cool. The War Machine looks good. I'm glad they're still doing stuff like, you know, from the older MCU movies, and that being from Iron Man 2. Those builds, like, you know, massable, I would say, the figures, but I don't see myself buying, like, you know, more than one of those. This one we're leaving for last. This one's kind of empty, but it's a battle pack, really. It's you know, they're making this mech so you can fight 4 Chitauri and 1 Chitauri, like, what is it, like Gorilla Chitauri. Like Iron Patriot is the main selling point of this set, really, because he's exclusive, and sorry, Rocket is exclusive here too. Let's go here. Quinjet, pretty cool. There is exclusively Ultron here and Quicksilver. And Quicksilver is, I have a problem with him. Because the figure, the torso is okay, the hair is okay, but the face. You may be like, what's wrong with his face? Well, let me put it that way. The thing is that LEGO found their new favorite piece to reuse. I want you to look at the Winter Soldier's head. This is the same one. This is the same head. It has 2 faces. This is the same head that Quicksilver has. And I really don't like when in the same universe, like the same universe. Oh, here you can see that it's smiling. It's the same head. In the same universe, in the same movies, certain different characters get the same faces. This kind of hurts me, but it goes deeper. So let's go to the set that I think is one of the highlights, outside of one other. Oscorp Tower. I know a lot of I've read a lot of complaints. Hi there. I've read a lot of complaints that, oh, I've seen buildings bigger than this tower. Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay, so basically this is 800 pieces set, and they added 2 more buildings. And now the minifigure lineup, really cool. But let's discuss the insides. First of all, this is the set that the Peter Parker apartment will attach to, okay? So you can combine those 2. Second of all, yikes. I know LEGO likes to be empty, but this is empty. Now, we have one function of turning Norman Osborn into Green Goblin. We have a function of swinging Spidey on the web. We have the place for a glider. We have the place where they, I think it's a symbiote. They check it. There is an empty corridor here. There is a Kmart here. And by the way, there is an Eddie Brock figure. And what did I say about this face being reused with Quicksilver? Do you guys see what face this guy's using? We have the case of new Han Solo face. The Lego loves reusing Han Solo face. Yeah, this is the one. This one was reused so many times, it's ridiculous. It was used for Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, it was used for fucking Legolas, and so many other characters. It's almost the case of like Jyn Erso face. Yeah, which also became basically a default female Lego minifigure go-to. So yeah, we are getting a new one that Legos apparently really likes, and that will be this face. So yeah, get ready for it. Same face syndrome, yeah. What do you mean under danger of being graded? By the way, Eddie Brock here, being a clear nod to the movies with a chicken here and darts and probably some Easter egg on here. And by the way, a Kmart, like Kmart, a market right under him. So this is basically your official. I would argue this is basically your official Venom trilogy set. But yeah. Oh, you know. Yeah, please do tell. Wait, what do you mean a camera? That's I don't know. I never had a camera in my door. I love Goblin figure here, by the way. Yeah, but so sorry, Minimart. I love Goblin and the fact that I think it's like the ultimate Goblin, Green Goblin, with like this very mechanical suit. Correct me if I'm wrong. By the way, it's comic book based, but Eddie Brock is based off of, well, the Venom movies. The Goblin is based off of the Ultimate series, so while Craven and Norman are clearly based off of the Insomniac games. It's sort of like, combination of all of the IPs, which I like, except again for one part, which we have to go to, and I hate it. Almost more than the reuse of the face for Eddie Brock and Quicksilver. Craven. Craven reuses the face of Doctor Strange. And I think this is arguably the worst crimes that they committed. What? Okay, wait. Did you like call the police or something? What is going on? How does someone does this and just how did you even know this? I need some context on it, like way more context on it. And we will go to the last, I think, the best. Okay. That's fucked up. Alright, I'll take a look, but I'll just finish yapping about the set so I'll get it off my mind. Alright. official Spider-Man 2 set. Not like No Way Home, not like Old Legacy, no. Look at it. It says here, Spider-Man 2. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 set. I didn't think I will be alive to see a set based off of official license from Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi trilogy. It may be my nostalgia talking, but I love it. Okay, it's not perfect. Like for example, who the hell is like? Okay, this face speaks a little bit more as Toby, but who the hell is this? This is not Toby. But on the other hand, look, we got Jameson here, randomly thrown in. But it's a nod to the old set, Lego Spider-Man 2 train. Because the old set had him randomly thrown in as well, if you can see here. And it's basically a remake of this one. So yeah, and they thrown in Aunt May, but Aunt May is unfortunately all reused pieces. However, they didn't reuse pieces for Doc Ock and for Toby, because Toby has the damaged suit, if you see here, and Doc Ock has finally a brown coat. I love this set. I think it's great. I am so happy that they made it. I hope it sells well, and I hope they will make more off of Sam Raimi trilogy, and hopefully some amazing Spider-Man stuff as well. Price point $50, a bit steep. Again, 400 pieces set, just like this one, and $50. I would wait a little bit on a discount, you know. But okay, I'll keep the picture of this one, and we'll go to the one last set of today. But first, I'll check the lore that is being shared to me. Bro, that's fucked up. That's like, I don't even know how to, like, you know, comment on this or react it, you know. This is insane. Yeah, that's so much fun. Man, I can't. And I hope everything goes well, genuinely. But because this is just insane. Oh, like, why would someone do this, you know? Why would someone want a camera like this? Alright, guys, we have one last set. Not sets. Oh, actually, I need to check one more thing. I think I skipped accidentally over a city one before going to yeah, I skipped over this one accidentally. Damn, that's crazy. That's actually like crazy. Like, I hope everything, like, you know, you guys will figure things out quickly. But yeah, I skipped over this set accidentally. It's an original. I have to say, it's the first time Lego does something like this, but this gentleman pisses me off here. This gentleman, my beloved Johnny Thunder. Listen, for those of you who don't know, I love Indiana Jones, and Johnny Thunder is like basically Lego Indiana Jones, you know? Before Lego did Indiana Jones. And believe it or not, Lego has like a pretty consistent lore that they are throwing in between sets. of where something happened. They are giving like the official descriptions of certain characters and stuff. But sometimes they will decide that, you know what, fuck it. And originally, Johnny Thunder in LEGO Universe, believe it or not, takes place in 1920. This adventure in the Egypt took place in 1920. It was even alluded in the LEGO Scooby-Doo set. There it is, 1922. You see? So, this pisses me off. You know why? Because LEGO decided that screw the lore and just decided to shoehorn in Johnny Thunder into LEGO city sets that take place in this year, like our current year, where, for example, here, like, you have just a jungle jeep with the goddamn Johnny Thunder in it. It doesn't make no sense. Like, what are you doing? And even worse, it's not like an adventure set. It's just a city set. Here again, great tiger, jeep, and Johnny Thunder in it, and that's why it pisses me off. Because, well, there was Lego Johnny Thunder Orient Expedition. Look, there was a variant later on when they were in Himalayas, I believe, Mount Everest and so on. I don't think it was, this set was called Mount Everest, however, but whatever. There was a snowy variant of Johnny, you could call him, and they throw this guy here in this set, in this big ass set, you know. And I look, I really wanted them to make him like an ancient grandpa, but you know, the signs were there, honestly, because they first throw in Lego Dr. Kilroy, who was already an old guy in the original. He looked like this. They remade him. He looks like this. In the recent set of Museum, this set, he's as a curator, but even in the instructions they say that it is him. However, here you could argue that, you know, the museum set could be set in 90, I don't know, 30, 50, something like this. But no, with Johnny you can't argue. It's current times, and it pisses me off a little bit because it breaks the Lego lore. Plus, it really makes me want to buy this set just for this little figure, you know. He's not giving Freud. But yeah, I didn't see this one. Why I didn't see this one? If this is Mary Red, or Reed, what was her name? The love interest of Johnny. Girl, I don't remember what was the her name. Wasn't it like the wait. Pippin Reed. Okay, Pippin Reed. So I thought she was like Mary. So yeah, that's basically Pippin. And well, people say that apparently a lot of people treat this figure, this figure that as that's her. I never thought of it as her, because I never seen a direct confirmation from this set. It was like Safari set, a Lego Safari Expedition. Yeah, Was it that one? No. Set. Okay, where was she from? Oh, whatever. She's in what idea set? What set was she in? Oh my god, Orient. But I was... Okay, okay, so that's why I missed it. So the instruction booklet identifies her name by. So they confirmed it. And the worst part is I didn't like PP3. And the worst part is I didn't even care for this set until, you know, knowing. But again, the Orient Express train 21344. It could be set like, you know, in earlier time. Okay, it's something bugged out. 21344. Not par. So yeah. I mean, it even feels like, you know, an older time set. So Pippin works here, but Johnny in those recent ones pisses me off. So yeah, that's my small rant. I'm not sure will we get her here as well. No, I think that's, although maybe it will be as her. No, that's some Trudy. How? Trudy Scurvy? Scurvy? Okay, whatever. So yeah, it's time for me to rant. It's time for me to rant on one thing that I was holding on to for last. You know how I was complaining about the prices, like the $50 on the Spider-Man set, $50 here, $50 there, or even I've mentioned that the Moana set is overpriced because they're asking $100 for it. This is $100 as well. This is the only Batman set. Oh no. Let's put it Batman away. This is the only DC set we are getting this summer. The summer that we are getting apparently one of the biggest movies from DC ever, being Superman. That like the whole cinematic, you know, existence of Warner Brothers is hanging on. This, we're getting a Batmobile based off of everyone's favorite movie, Batman Forever. And it's not UCS scale, where it's just an oversized car. It is not a minifigure scale. It's a weird in-between scale for 900 pieces, not even 2 minifigures. This is Batman Forever. Batman was always going with Robin. They just give Batman here. And this costs $100. $100. Guys, I am, you know me, I am a Lego apologist. They can tell me this is 41 centimeters all they want. I know that 1/3 of this length comes from this tail. I do not care. 17 centimeters, half of this height comes from this tail. This is ridiculous. 100 bucks. And you know what's the worst part? Because I went on the internet and I started looking at people's reaction because I was so pissed off at this set that I just couldn't like even comprehend. Because first leaks told that it could be the Batcave for 100 bucks, the smaller version of a Batmobile with some facade, some minifigures and so on. No, they went for this. And okay, yeah, the design is not bad, the design is cool, but people actually like it. People actually like it and defend the price. And I'm like, no, no, stop it. This is nothing to defend it. There is no value here. I don't see 100 bucks. Like, you know, I am Lego apologist. I will apologize. I will oftentimes forgive Lego for a lot of things. But this 100, unless I am terribly wrong, 76304. $99 pre-order, $99, 100 bucks. This is insane. This is insane. You know what 100 bucks from Lego gets you? You know the amount of stuff you can buy for 100 bucks? I beg you, whoever is watching this video and whoever may be like, you know what, I like Batman. You know what, screw it. Don't buy it for the full price. I can guarantee you, just like this Black Panther bust, it will go on sale within like 2 months of its release. Don't pay the full price. Do not encourage Lego to pull off this bullshit, because this is not a good way to go. I can't even, like, you know, fathom what they were thinking that with this set. But apparently maybe I'm the crazy one, because apparently people like it. Apparently people are like, oh, that's a cool set, you know what? Oh, that's a nice tribute to Val Kilmer. Bro, how Lego was supposed to know that Val Kilmer will die a month ago? I'm sorry. Yes, the actor that portrayed the Batman here, this one in Batman Forever, passed away a month ago after, I think, battling some terminal illness. But this was in production for over a year. Lego wasn't camping here with thoughts of, oh yeah, you know what, Val Kilmer will for sure die, so we'll bank on this as a tribute to him. Like, what are you talking about? So no. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to calm down. I'm not going to calm down. $100. 100. Bro. Like, this set was one of the main reasons I even decided to pull out the stream today and yap to you about this, because I was so baffled. I don't know what Lego is smoking, but if they believe that Batman Forever Batmobile will sell better, the movie that nobody likes, from like, what, 20, 30 years ago? I think it was 30 years ago now, will sell better than the Superman stuff. The movie that is actually being like somewhat promoted and shit. This is insulting. And you know what's the worst part? They took his bat nipples. There is no bat nipples. They want me to treat them seriously. But they didn't even give him the nipples. No, I can. You don't know about bat nipples? Look at them. Look at them. Wait, okay, I guess Batman Forever 1 didn't have bad nipples. Okay, so I take it back. I take it back. I think George Clooney one had. Yeah, okay, it was George Clooney. I still don't understand why they went with that design choice. But Val Kilmer also had. So I guess he just changed the suit somewhere mid the movie. I watched them once. I watched them once when I was like a child. It was a traumatic event, you know. We're not going back to it. I know. 100. It's fucking ridiculous. I can't. Chalkos in the incident. Never ask Chalkos how he likes working with certain ethnicity group, and never ask me what I think about price point of Lego Batman set. Look, I will leave you guys with one last thought here, because I'm yapping about Lego for 2 hours now, okay? I have one last thing to say. I'm afraid about Arkham Asylum. What we looked at here today are mostly the summer sets. Some are August, but there are still a lot left for the end of the year, the November, December. And in November, we are supposed to get the UCS style Arkham Asylum. And I am worried. Worried about it. It's supposed to be $300, and I don't know what to expect. What did Shalkus? What did you do? No. I'm gonna check did anything new drop? I didn't do anything. No, I don't think anything new did drop. But yeah, this one's rough. Outside of that, very solid summer lineup. Very solid. A lot of sets that I actually want, and I will have to pick and choose which to actually buy because, you know, the money. But yeah. I'll let Charlie explain himself. I wanted to see one more thing. I used this site because the guy really compiled all of those together. Other sites didn't had a lot of pictures, and he also had links, so bless him. Oh man. But no, I don't think we have much more to talk about. I've heard that apparently today there will be more revealed, but probably around 3 a.m. And you know, I guess they could show some city stuff. They could show more Friends stuff because they didn't show like the main flagship stuff. Ninjago, I guess a little bit more. I wouldn't expect any like UCS reveals recently. They can't like overshadow the May the 4th promotions that they are like, you know, running right now, because, you know, we are having May the 4th day with gift with purchase of the clone cadets Camino training, small poly bag, some keychain, and obviously the release of the Jango Fett starship, which absolutely never was called Slave 1, remember guys. It was always Jango Fett starship. Which, by the way, looks really good. I have to say, it looks amazing. The figures are also good. Bro's acting like the Falcons are like, you know, the bread and butter for Lego. It's not even like, you know, it's just yet another polybag. They'd be spewing those out every day. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I had enough of the ranting. I will leave you with the picture that got me to the rant. Actually, no. Okay. So yeah, thank you all so much for listening to me today yap for 2 hours about Lego. This is one of my favorite things to do, and this thing really got me to uh, got this feeling that I need to get it off my chest. So you know. Yeah, I found him too. He was going around. I think I wanted to send him to you, Chalkas. I swear to God, you, you about to get banned tomorrow IRL. Yeah, the face hugger one is also amazing. The best usage of this set. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you all so much for listening to me rant. It really helped. Now, with that being said, I hope that today at 3 a.m. nothing will be revealed that will push me over the edge again, because I can't take it anymore. With that being said, love you all, guys. Appreciate you all. Have a great day, night, whatever you be having. Hopefully no one spies on you. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one somewhere in the weekend. Love you all. Bye bye.